Hi, I'm Ronnie Burns, founder of QCS Logistics, and you are watching the Last to First podcast. And when you got involved with the industry, just as I did, you started learning. One of our, as you call them, scrimmages was that when you wanted to change the name of the company.
Let's talk about that.
Right. Well, let's talk.
So this is the story about we rebranded the company from Quick Courier Services to QCS Logistics, and the reason that was, if you remember, we bid on I'll say it, Oshner Hospital System, largest hospital system in Louisiana. And I remember when I first came in, one of the first things I did after learning the business and being a driver and kind of working every aspect of the business, trying to really get my hands around it, I started from a sales standpoint looking at, okay, where are the opportunities at for us to grow? And quickly identified Oshner as one of the big fish out there. And I think the early conversation, I don't know if it was you, maybe somebody else in the office, like, we can't get Oshner. Like, we've tried that. We have no shot at that. And I was like, fuck that. We're going to get Oshner. And we started doing the groundwork, laying the homework down, and we ultimately got ourselves in a position to bid on it. We bid on it. I thought we had a phenomenal bid in the presentation to them. I remember being in the bathroom with the guy after the bid, and the guy was at the urinal next to me saying, there's no way y'all could lose this bid. Y'all have done a phenomenal job. And lo and behold, we lose the bid. And one of the things they said in that was, you guys can't possibly be a courier company and do everything you're saying you're going to do, right? We have so much that you got to do. A courier company can't quite handle this. And they ultimately gave the bid to a big company. I won't say the name of them. And it didn't work out for them. But that was the impetus for me saying, we got to do something different here, because we can't be pigeonholed into being a courier. And I didn't like the colors that kind of got old, and we needed a little fresh look. So I made this big, long presentation. We had a meeting, and I don't think you knew much about it. And I put up on the PowerPoint, and I go through my presentation. I think I'm doing a great job of selling this concept, but we're going to rebrand, a new color scheme, and we're going to do all these things. And you get up, you said, who the fuck thought about this idea? He said, I am Quick Courier Services, and we ain't changing shit. I'll let you take from there.
But I think at that moment, though, maybe I didn't admit it that then. Pride and want to be in charge and don't want to be wrong. But I think I realized that the business model was changing. We had to do something different. I also realized that you could take the business to the next level. But in order to do that, we had to make some changes in our approach to things. And you were active in the industry. Well, I wasn't as active as I used to. I was spending more time with our parking business. And you were learning things from your colleagues around the country. And I remember one of the first assignments we gave you came back to review our technology. And you came back and said, y'all got horrible tech. Change me to throw all this stuff away.
Yeah, you couldn't even use a mouse. I remember the first that was clicking on my mouse and nothing actionable was happening. I was like, what is this? You got to use a function key.
Right. So anyway, I think that I realized that it was time to look at this different. And you certainly, like I said, I tested you to see whether you were really committed to it, and you were. You certainly was the reason why that business grew.
I think I was one reason. I think for me, at that time, I think what I realized early on was, look, we have great people, and I want to make sure we give credit to a lot of our people. It wasn't just me.
Right.
We didn't reference his name, but Warren Gilliam, who was our partner and former UPS, was phenomenal. He's still involved in the parking business today. But we just needed someone to come in and bring that spark, to just challenge things. Why not us? Why can't we do this?
I need a quarterback.
He needs a quarterback. And once we started getting into a rhythm, we started finding a lot of success, right? The combination of your ability to network, my ability to price things and know where we should focus at and how to set the strategy, Warren's ability to operate the business and manage the team, manage the drivers, and Mom's administrative capabilities. And we had so many other people involved. We got into a real good rhythm, and we were blowing and going. We had a lot of success.
Well, and I think I realized that the team you had in place, yourself, Warren, Sheila, David, Glenn, all the folks in the office that had been long timers with us, they were buying into the new approach of doing things, how we had to do things. And the guys, they really challenged us. They stretched it. Y'all want it? Y'all, we're going to see just how much y'all want it.
Yeah.
And I think we had a good team, and it was almost like it was better for me to just step back and just watch y'all do y'all thing up there and step in where,
Now, let's be honest. You want hands off. I can remember, and this is a question I have. I'm gonna tell a quick story, but we were trying so many different things at the time, right? We got into warehouse and we started expanding the service footprint, going into North Louisiana to Mississippi. We got into cross docking, different service types, and then we got into home delivery, and we started doing a white glove home delivery, and we started this account, and maybe 6 months into the account, we probably had lost 25, 30 grand because we just didn't know what the hell we're doing. And you did come to me at that point and said, you got one more month to figure this out. But my question is, because I talked to other second gen owners, and one thing I give you a lot of credit for is that you have a big ego. I've been successful.
I didn't know I had a big ego.
Yeah, you will. Remind you do. But you gave me the flexibility and freedom to make mistakes. And I think that was so important in my own development that I had the leeway to make mistakes with guardrails around it. But what gave you the ability to do that? Because a lot of people would have jumped in much sooner or say, I want to take the credit for everything, whereas you never took that approach with me. Behind closed doors, we may have our scrimmages and arguments, but in front of the house, you never knew that we were having it.
You had become our leader. And I didn't have, yes, I have a big ego, but it wasn't important for me to always be out front. I realized that you were the person that was leading the band.
I'm your host, Jason Burns, and we'll be bringing you the stories from the front lines, everything from last mile to the first mile in the most dynamic industry in today's supply chain. If you like the content we're producing, the videos we're releasing, the stories we're telling you, give us a like, subscribe to our channels, give us some feedback on how we can improve your last to first journey.